Thank you so much. And thank you in particular to the organizers. I should just make sure in starting that I did arrange for a translator, but I think if I may follow in the awesome footsteps of the president, perhaps I will continue to speak in English. And if the organizers would like my translator to translate, please do let us know. But if it's all right with the organizers, for the sake of time for all of you, because you've got much work ahead of you, perhaps I will just continue in English. All right, so Your Excellency, President Ghani, wonderful to see you again. And to the 125 distinguished guests from all over the world, to this incredible representation of the Afghan diaspora, I really am honored to participate in this international conference, not just for the conference itself, but for what I know is going to be very important energy and commitment that is going to take all of us forward as a result of this event today. So I welcome the opportunity to speak to this group. This initiative to create a common platform for communications and coordination amongst the Afghan diaspora is very important and long overdue. Over 6 million Afghans are living outside the country. You know you are the size of a small country, right? You know that your 6 million diaspora are larger than the country of Finland and the country of Norway. Think of the power that lies within that population. And because of your close ties and your heart connected to Afghanistan, you are all unofficial ambassadors of Afghanistan to the world. And you can be, and I know you will be, critical advocates for the country. This initiative comes at a most crucial time. There are so many challenges facing Afghanistan. As the country continues to stabilize and find peace after 40 long years of conflict. And it is, of course, the Afghans first and foremost, including all of you, the diaspora, who are first in line to rebuild this stability against the forces that are trying to destroy it. The emotional connection that Afghans living outside Afghanistan have with this beautiful homeland is clear to anyone who has met any of you. And the communications technology that the president spoke of, such as this virtual format that we're all using today, has made it so much easier to stay involved, to be involved, and frankly, to contribute in a meaningful way, no matter how far away we are. The volatile situation in Afghanistan and the rising uncertainty requires more than ever your strong engagement now. But of course, you have already contributed in significant ways. The president referred to this so eloquently. And also, according to the World Bank, between 2008 and 2020, US dollars, 5.5 billion US dollars were formally remitted to Afghanistan by the diaspora. So in that 12-year period, 5.5 billion US dollars remitted to Afghanistan. Think of the contribution that made in helping to rebuild the country. Despite the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, the Afghan diaspora remitted in 2020 alone close to 800 million US dollars, which is equivalent, by the way, to 4.1% of Afghanistan's GDP. Many Afghans, especially those who are young and educated, have also returned home and devoted their energies and skills to developing the country. Under the International Organization for Migration's program called the Return of Qualified Afghans. In the last 20 years, 1,700 Afghans from 29 countries around the world have returned to Afghanistan, contributing much needed skills in areas such as health, education, and technology, as well as encouraging entrepreneurship and in providing humanitarian aid. Also, IOM's Connecting Diaspora for Development, a wonderful title. I'll say it again, Connecting Diaspora for Development, funded by the government of Netherlands, is an example of a successful program with over 220 virtual and in-person placements of Afghan men and women, providing technical assistance to a cross-section of organizations in Afghanistan. These are both excellent models, and we should talk about how we replicate them, how we expand them, how we create other mechanisms to allow the diaspora to continue to contribute. Regarding the long-term peace and state-building efforts, the importance of engaging you in the region and further abroad to leverage your engagement to support peace is absolutely essential to an enduring and viable peace. This includes both your engagement in the formal peace process, as well as in supporting the systems and the grassroots efforts to promote peace, stability, and build on the economic foundations. This is more critical now than ever. If there was a time your country needs you, it is now. I commend you, therefore, for this conference and for your efforts to build a permanent platform for coordinating diaspora activities. I can assure you that in other countries where I have served as a diplomat, I have seen firsthand the powerful impact of an active diaspora. Do not underestimate the influence that you can have at this critical time as the country once again teeters on the edge of all-out conflict. I wish you well in examining how you can contribute more in the areas of health and education, sectors where real gains have been made in the last 2 decades, but with so much more needing to be done. I also encourage you to give strong attention, as President Ghani mentioned, to Afghan youth who are so deserving of a better future. Never before in the history of Afghanistan have the Afghan youth been so well educated. Surely they deserve help to turn that hard work into real opportunities for their future. I implore you to examine how you can help to protect women's rights and ethnic rights, both under stress at this volatile time. Diversity is one of Afghanistan's greatest strengths. In the countries in which you all live around the world, you have seen the importance of diversity. It is the building block of the future for any country, as is the full engagement of women in society. Both these areas could benefit from your strong engagement. But more than anything, I strongly encourage you to engage in the efforts underway now to bring about a peaceful and political settlement, rather than that the forces wishing to destroy take the country down a path of bloodshed and suffering. Surely there has been enough. 6 million voices that you represent, calling loudly for peace, can strongly echo around the world the voices of millions of Afghans here within the country. Use your voice to advocate to your host country governments. This is a time for Afghans to stand together no matter where in the world they live. Advocate persistently with the all-important regional countries who will have such an impact on the trajectory of peace or the trajectory of violence. Advocate to national, regional, and international media, to human rights groups, but mostly to your own political officials here in Afghanistan. to political leaders here in Kabul, to community leaders throughout the country, to bring about a greater demonstration of political unity for the Republic. And yes, even urge the Taliban to choose a peaceful pathway rather than a violent one to shared governance with the Republic. Now is the time to work together to help steer your beautiful birth country on a pathway to peace and the prosperity that awaits the heart, the true heart of Asia. These opportunities must be seized. Know, please know that the UN family, UNAMA, and the many UN humanitarian and development agencies will continue to stay and deliver with you and all Afghans. I know that we all share a common goal of one day enjoying a stable Afghanistan to which I and you, the diaspora, can return many times and visit and live in peace. Thank you for bringing me into this important effort. I so look forward to the results of your work today and will be following up with the organizers. I wish you all the best. Thank you.